Hello. Heat has, of course, been our major story across Europe in the last week or so. Temperatures still remain high for Iberia, southern parts of Italy, Greece and Turkey in the days ahead. But as you can see, we're going to see some cooling off across Central and Eastern Europe in the shorter term. Some signs of heat building to the south again later on in the week, particularly across Spain. The reason things are cooling off, though, in the course of the next couple of days is this area of low pressure pushing across Scandinavia, northwesterly winds following in behind it. And we'll see that low pulling some cloud down into the heart of Europe. A lot of sunshine still to come across Greece and Turkey. Few showers persisting there to the northeast of the Black Sea. We will, though, see some heavy thundery rain at times grazing down into the Balkans on the tail end of that frontal system further north. Still looking at some high temperatures across Italy through into Portugal and Spain, but not the intense heat that we saw through the weekend. And then you can see that cloud generally spreads a little further south for Wednesday as the cooler air follows in behind our weather front. Quite windy, quite wet around the centre of that area of low pressure for Scandinavia in the days ahead, although Oslo should see some sunshine as we look through the week ahead. Hello. Tropical storm Fred is going to produce some heavy rainfall for the southeast of the US in the next 24 to 48 hours. As the system makes landfall into the Florida panhandle, it will quickly weaken into a tropical depression and then eventually an area of low pressure. But it kind of sits in place, pulling in all of that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico for parts of Florida, but also for Mississippi and Alabama. Some very heavy rain at times and quite intense showers also continuing a good way into the northeast of the US. For Western Canada, we've got some weather fronts working their way across British Columbia and Alberta. Some showers possible for Vancouver, but I think the wettest of the weather just sitting to the north here. A lot of fine weather generally through the western seaboard of the US. Temperatures coming down in the northwest after the heat of late. Some showers across Arizona through into West Texas could be particularly potent and generate some flooding here. Heavier rain, though, pushing in to the eastern seaboard on Monday, probably just staying shy of the coast itself through the majority of the daylight hours. But as we get down into the southeast there, we see Fred starting to push that heavy rain into the Florida panhandle and up into parts of Georgia as well. We'll see some heavier rain on Tuesday. Hello. Some very stormy conditions on the way for Chile in the days ahead, with numerous weather fronts slamming in here. Heavy rain gets a good way north, as far north as Santiago, which often stays stubbornly dry. We're also going to see quite a lot of snow across the Andes, and the wind will be a big factor. Widely 50-60 kilometres per hour, up to 100 kilometres in terms of gusts. To the north of the continent, further intense showers stretching out of Panama across in to the north coast of Brazil. Quieter for central and eastern areas. A few showers possible towards the southeast, where we have the remnants of a low pressure sitting offshore. A lot of sunshine for Uruguay, Paraguay and northern Argentina through the earlier part of the week. Will mean we see some warmth returning here, up to 23 in Buenos Aires on Wednesday. Cooled off again here, though, by the arrival of some showers on Thursday. Looking pretty wet across western Mexico for the days ahead. The showers extend down into Guatemala, El Salvador, some heavier rain again for Costa Rica. Then we swing out across the Caribbean, and here is Tropical Depression Grace, following a very similar pathway to Fred. The wind's not especially strong, but it's the threat of the heavy rain that's the big problem, the risk of landslides and flooding. Haiti, the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, all in line for some of the worst of that. Hello. Time to catch up on what's happening in terms of the weather across the African continent and the Middle East. The northwest of Africa has experienced some exceptional heat in recent days, a new record for Marrakesh in Morocco. We've also seen the heat affecting Algeria. We will start to see the temperatures moderating here, though, in the next few days. Some pretty heavy rain pushing through into Western Africa and some heavier showers for Ethiopia and I think Sudan in the days ahead. Some showers around to start the week for the Western Cape of South Africa. Cape Town will pick up some rain Tuesday and Wednesday. Drier and warmer here, particularly by Friday. In terms of the heat further north, you can see Marrakesh still close to 40 degrees on Tuesday, but still that's down 10 degrees on the high we saw at the weekend, but back at closer to average values as we look at Wednesday and Thursday. Plenty of heat across the Middle East, plenty of sunshine as well. We are, though, looking at a shamal picking up across Iraq, stretching down into the Gulf and affecting parts of Saudi Arabia in the next 24 hours or so. So that, I think, will lift up a little bit of dust and sand and could start to see our visibilities being reduced here. Plenty of sunshine, though, still to come, and pretty much goes without saying, of course, plenty of heat as well. Hello. A lot of heavy rain in the forecast for parts of India in the days ahead. We've got an area of low pressure to the west of the Bay of Bengal that will drift into northern India. Some particularly heavy rainfall to come for Odisha and Telangana, courtesy of that, and then for midweek possibly more across Madhya Maharashtra as well. Fairly frequent showers slamming into the west coast, and then a monsoon trough extends across the Himalayan foothills. That will bring some heavier rain into parts of Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and the northeast of India. As we head up towards the stands, the skies are considerably clearer. Temperatures have sat below average in recent days, but we will see some warmth or say some heat returning here in the days ahead. Largely clear skies and sunshine across Pakistan. There are the showers, though, for the west coast of India, some particularly heavy ones, I think, for Mumbai at times. Occasional showers across Sri Lanka. The odd one could be on the heavier side, but frequent rains and a risk of some flash flooding as we get to the northwest of the Bay of Bengal. Temperatures up to 36 degrees for Tashkent on Thursday, 38 on Friday. Some showers making a return to Delhi. We're looking at some fairly relentless rain there, as I said, across northeastern reaches of India. Hello. We're just keeping a close eye on the Pacific at the moment. There's a chance that we could see a typhoon developing by the end of the week and running close to the north of the Philippines. That is a way off at the moment, but this is an area we will be watching closely. We already, though, have plenty of cloud extending across southeastern China through into the Sea of Japan. A low pressure centre will work its way northwards across the Sea of Japan in the next 48 hours, bringing further heavy rain here, 200, 300 millimetres possible for some areas. That follows on from all the rain of late and again will mean that increased risk of flooding. Heavy rain as well from Myanmar and southern reaches of China in the days ahead. Plenty of downpours as we look further south towards Malaysia and Singapore as well. Some brief heat across the northwest of China and for Mongolia, but cooler here from midweek. Pretty chilly in the next couple of days for the southeast of Australia, for Tasmania, with keen southwesterly winds. Meanwhile, it will become warmer across southern reaches of Western Australia as we pull the air in from the interior. New Zealand looking like it's going to take quite a battering courtesy of this weather front pushing from the south to the North Island on Tuesday. Some heavy rain to come courtesy of that and some strong to gale force winds. It does look like things will become a little quieter briefly midweek.